This presentation is brought to you by the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are a for-hire broadcaster. If you would like us to stream your league, contact DayPaulB661 on Discord, member number 1015. Thank you, and enjoy the race.
Hello and welcome to the Captain TV Open Wheel Series. We are at Road America for round 2 tonight. Just left Milwaukee and off to Road America, so you see the flags and the cross right now. Red flag, checkered flag on the screen for the Open Wheel Series at Road America. You're watching as always on the Electronic Motor Racing Network with Jesse Rathbun, Alan Bledsoe, bringing you the action tonight. So we will have another race that Robbie Oddy has scored the pole in a commanding fashion, a second and 2/10 over Austin Saar in the 13.
My word. That
A
is a
blistering
huge
lap.
pole.
That is a big lap. So And Luke Daniels was on a flyer lap and came off that last corner, overcooked the entry, and called it quits. So he will be starting in 7th place after extending his points lead barely during the last race, as he really was hoping to get more last race before running out of fuel on the last lap after Robbie Oddy had sped on pit road. Right now we're watching the 23 of Joey Ladouceur, Mr. Drift, come around on his final flyer lap into the last corner. All about giving up exit. All about giving up entry, and that's
and he
not going to
wrecked it.
count. Unfortunate. Don't know what his lap was like. He had 2 seconds to get to the lap with Luke Daniels. Obviously,
he was
with that
2
crash
seconds
right there.
behind on time, behind Jacob Locklear in the 83. So Drift not gonna have a good qualifying effort here tonight.
That wasn't Drift. That was Joey Ladouceur. So I misspoke. I apologize.
Oh.
Jacob
yeah,
Gladulich is Drift. So Ladouceur, I'm going to start P8 there.
Still also 2 seconds behind Luke Daniels for 7th.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be an interesting race. We're going to have race control going right now. Go over the rules and procedures, and then we'll, after the race control, we will pull in. Let's see somebody.
Anybody.
Hold on. Sounds like Austin Sarr is going to be serving a drive-through penalty.
Oh, I think that was because he missed last or the race earlier tonight at Milwaukee.
Yes, that is correct. So we're going to have to start on the tires we qualified on tonight, as always in the Captain TV Open Wheel Series. After that mid-season adjustment, everything going to be about a minute 20 before we go green here, and race control just finishing up. So we will see. We will try to grab Mr. Robbie Oddy up into the booth real quick before we get going. Robbie, you have another blistering lap here, a second and 2/10. So big I can't even say it right. What have you got working here tonight, man?
I don't know, man. We're trying to figure out strategies, so I'm kind of just trying to figure it out. But got some fast guys. It's unfortunate though, because on track to hit a 143 by record Scott Wise. So we'll do our best here, trying to get a win. They got a couple guys in TI focused on the championship gap. Obviously, Luke Daniels is fast, so just gotta play it out. Hopefully, get a clean restart. These long straightaways, you could see, a dive bomb into turn 1 or down that hill into that tight left turn. I think it's turn 3. So first lap from pouring here. Other than that, just gotta hit my marks and do my thing.
Yeah, you've led all the laps and lapped all the drivers in a couple of the road courses this season. Are you looking to do that again, or are you just looking to just get to the finish here?
I'm looking to win. Whatever that takes, I'll do. So, I know Austin's fast in the long run, but he has a penalty, and obviously my teammates are always fast. See Luke Daniels back there in 7th. Kind of surprised by that, but this Coy guy seems a bit fast, so we'll give it the best we got.
All right, 10-4, Robbie. Well, good luck tonight. We'll get you back into your team.
Thanks, man.
All right, as we're rolling here, you heard Robbie Oddy getting ready to roll. Let's see if we can grab Luke real quick. It's like Austin's talking to race control real quick, so we'll grab Luke Daniels, who was able to finish ahead of Robbie during the last race. Not as far as he wanted, as he ran out of gas on the last lap. Do you have anything here starting P7 tonight?
Maybe. I think I've got a different strategy than the others. I've seen a lot of cars on red tires around me, and really looks like that is not the tire you want to be on for this race. So I'll probably struggle early on, and then start doing a little bit better as this first stint wears out. We'll just see how it all shakes out, I guess.
Absolutely. So you're seeing a lot of fall off on those red tires, it sounds like.
Yeah, and it's also just stability. I mean, I think if you drive it right, yeah, there's fall off, but it's not that bad. But it does get really tricky to drive and difficult to hold on to, and I feel a whole lot safer running more time on the black tires, giving up some of that ultimate pace just for more predictable and consistent handling throughout the stint.
All right, then for Luke, well, we appreciate you giving us that insight like you always do. Go get him here. And do you want to go to Moneymakers or Extreme Sim?
Moneymakers.
All right, thanks. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, so there's your 2 points leaders.
And we've still got half a lap to do. Do you want to pull in another driver for an interview?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We didn't get Coy during the last race as a race winner, but we got him here starting P2 at Road America. Man, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the qualifying effort. We'll get you here real quick, Pfizer. So tell us how you did it, man. What are you looking forward to tonight?
Milwaukee was my first oval race of the season. Just was going to start in the back. I actually started from the pits and just tried to learn as much as I could for ovals. The last stint, I knew I was going to have to save fuel, and I put in a high fuel map right away. And we just ended up have more fuel than everyone else.
Yeah, man, you did an awesome job. You made it to the end. You made it cleanly. Not bad for a first oval in these cars, huh?
For sure. Playing for Road America, same here. Keep it clean, keep her on the track, see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on the win. Good luck on this race here tonight. We'll get you back to your group. Where do you want to go? Moneymakers?
Yeah, I'll go back there. Thank you.
All right, Coy, you have a good night. Good luck.
You as well.
All right, Coy Hasselai starting in P2 tonight, coming off a win there in the last race. And let's see if we can't get another driver up here.
We only have 3 more turns, maybe 4. Depending on how you look at it. I don't know if we want to do another interview.
Yeah, I was going to grab Scott here, but you're right. They're going to let that pace car build a gap, and everybody's going to start playing the gap games here. So let's get
gap games. I like it.
Give them some pace here and some opportunity to play that strategy. Things get crazy here on these road courses when you try to build that gap.
They really do. Of course, things still get spread out, but like it gets intense.
Yeah, the pace randomly picks up, so here we are around the last corner. Pace car's off. Robbie Oddy takes off. Flagman has the green flag in the air, and they can see it now coming over the hill. Green flag is out. You heard Oddy say, watch this first turn as you see drivers spread out. A lot of blocking here, and you've got the 74 dive bombing, it looks like, going into turn 1. Gotta make it work. Everybody makes it through cleanly.
74 had to check up quite. Actually, that wasn't the 74. Was that the 70? Was it? Who is that that's swerving side to side? Because that's not the 74s.
Nope, that's the 18 of Charles Baldwin in that white and pink car.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
18 was the one who
off
made
track
a bit
a
of a
little
move.
bit. Austin Saar back to 4th position, gonna have to serve a drive-through. 31 off track already. Not the way he was wanting to start.
Back on track now, but
And he's off again. Must have damage here.
Hit the wall or tire barrier.
Back into the fence a little bit. Still trying to get straight. Let's go back and see what happened on that first incident. So you got Jacob off the track as well up ahead.
Yep, the 14.
You see him hanging back here on this replay.
I think he just knows that. Oh goodness! Oh, that
scared
was,
himself.
Yeah, that was scary. And then we'll go.
Himself kind of stomped on the brakes there and turned it around. So he got in way hot.
Yeah.
Because we've got the 13 coming down pit road right now for that drive-through penalty.
Yep. And
luckily, it's a big track.
Looking at Gladulich, and he He just overcooked the corner and kept on going. No big issue there.
No, and surprisingly, the 87 so far has been able to keep a pretty decent gap to the 44 there. The 18 making those big moves early. As you see the 13 rolling through pit road. So back up front, you see the gap. Robbie Oddy out front, and followed by Coy Hasselai and Charles Baldwin. Saw Charles making those big moves on the first lap.
83's gone around.
Oh, that's a dangerous spot right there.
Yes, it is.
Hard to see as the drivers come around that corner. Lucky nobody got into him. See the 13 behind. He's going to try to make up a bunch of time here on those black tires. And you heard Luke Daniels say those red tires are very unpredictable, is the word he used. All of these drivers we've seen with issues on those red tires. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but Luke does a lot of testing before these races. You see him there on the blacks. Right behind him, Dan Morera on the reds. No issues there, but he is following very close behind the 74, Zach Allen. And you can see Zach in that white and pink car, how easily it can be confused with the 18 and the white and pink car instead of the pink and white. So getting used to these new paint schemes for October, breast cancer awareness. All these guys wanting to bring some attention to that, obviously, and a great cause as well, as we've all had somebody impacted by cancer in our lives. So our thoughts and prayers with all those people impacted, and these guys giving a nice salute, doing what they can here in the Captain TV Open Wheel Series.
Robbie Oddy has put up a pretty significant gap now. His last lap was a second and 3/10 faster than Coy's in that 87. So Oddy with those reds doing as much as he can while he's got the tires for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about these lap times here
got
for
the 74 around
87? Yeah, I heard the 26 get on the radio and apologize and say that he's sorry for scaring him. So
87's around. Oh, and he's got significant nose damage. Just pushed it a little too hard. We got to take a look at what happened there. Hit the gas just a little bit too hard.
He's so easy to do. We've seen that all season long with these guys. Trying to get the power down off the corner, you just get all the power so fast if you're not on the right fuel map. Even if you are, it breaks traction so quick. So, just being able to feel that and sense that before it happens, it's just so difficult. You almost have to have the pedals that you can feel the tires in, more than the G920, more than the Logitech pedals are able to give you, which I would assume is what a lot of these drivers are using. Guys like Robbie Oddy, Charles Baldwin, the 98, maybe those guys, with the way they've been driving, might have some better pedals. I don't really know, but definitely makes a difference if you can feel those tires in your throttle pedal, so that you can do more than try to just listen. You might be able to feel it break traction a little bit. So hard to tell in these cars, so hard to do in iRacing, just doing off visual stuff, if you don't have those expensive tools at your disposal. Robbie Oddy's continuing to pull away, running consistently 2 seconds faster. That last lap was 2 seconds faster than the 18 of Charles Baldwin, as Coy had spun around from second place. So now the gap's going on 5 seconds here, depending on what part of the track they're measuring.
And Coy decided after his spin that it was going to be faster to tow than to drive it back to pit road. So that's how he did it, and now he's a full lap down.
Yeah, I'm actually not showing him on the track map here, so he may have
he's
called
out
it
of the race. Look at the leaderboard. He's out of the race.
So not willing to stick around. It's a long race to just limp around with some damage off the pace and not being able to run competitive. So can't say I really blame him for that. I would want to do the same thing. So let's take a look at the times at the line. So Robbie Oddy at the line now. Baldwin at the line now. It is 8.6 seconds at the line. So
And Robbie
Definitely has
Oddy with
driven
a
away.
146.482 compared to Charles Baldwin's 147.504. So still over a second faster a lap than second. Well, actually, the rest of the field. Nobody else is running 146s.
no, and the next fastest is actually Luke Daniels or Dan Morera. Sorry, he's on those red tires and at a 47.3. Luke Daniels just ran a 47.4. Charles Baldwin a 47.5. So all these drivers, as we're on board here with a 44, as we have been this whole lap, and you're hearing just how hard he's having to work and what he's having to do behind the wheel to keep this car on the track. And he pushes so hard every single lap. Obviously, we've talked to him on interviews where he's like, I don't drive hard. You guys don't know what hard driving is. So, to him, it's just kind of a Thursday afternoon drive, so to say. But look at this corner right there. Boom. All wide open. Just,
Yeah, never got out of the throttle at all.
I can't imagine trying to do that in any car,
Not
even in a sim.
Yeah, especially like you and I know we're stock car drivers. We don't drive these Indy cars, not very often. So this is just crazy fast to us. But even in an Indy car, I wouldn't have the confidence to go full throttle through that kink.
No, and we talked to Luke Daniels about it, having that commitment and being able to stay committed to be able to do that. Where is Luke Daniels?
Luke Daniels.
I don't see him on the track map. Oh, there he is. He was covered up by those other bubbles. Wanted to make sure we didn't miss something there and have him disappear and quit or something, But okay, so anyway, back to that. Yeah, I mean, you just look at these braking lines as coming from the stock car world like we do, and it's like they're driving 4 or 5 numbers deeper than we would.
Oh, absolutely.
And we're gonna, look right here. They brake at like the 2. We're braking at what would be a 6 to make that corner, let alone to make it fast. So, obviously a ton of commitment in these cars versus stock car world. A lot of fun to drive. I mean, a lot of fun to drive. A lot of tools that you have on your steering wheel that you can use to help the car drive over a short run or a long run and everything in between, as well as in traffic and not in traffic. But just trying to understand all of that while you're racing, while you're pushing that hard, it's hard to do, and it shows. We've watched these drivers spin on their own several times just trying to get it right.
Wise.
Yeah, just trying to get it right. I apologize for my speaking.
Get it white.
And yeah, get it white. As this 18 goes long,
Uh-oh.
he's gonna have to get out of it. That's gonna give the 98 a chance. Side by side in a
Through
partner.
the S's. Oh, it's tight.
And the 98 gonna send it here. He's gonna have to if he needs to clear and get up. The
And the
18
18.
tries the over-under. Not gonna make it happen, but he's gonna get that toe down the front stretch.
Let's see if he's able to use that push to pass.
Well, and there's those red tires. He's gonna stick it out there, but I think that's defensive there for Dan Morera more than offensive move on the 98. Yeah, absolutely. So the 98 strategy, starting on those black tires, is paying off as he's got around all of the reds besides Robbie Oddy. As it looks like the
Scott
31
Wise off again.
gets out of the way. We'll say he was getting out of the way. Getting out of the way of the leaders there, so doing a great job. Now these guys have the drift in front of them as the next car. And they are...
Oh, boy, and that's going to tear off a front wing for Charles Baldwin. Baldwin drives it in deep, and
It didn't.
the 98 has a loose wing, too.
Yeah, he sure does. He's going to be furious with that move. I mean, one of those things you have to know who you're racing. But, I was getting ready to say they had maintained that gap, but I think it was just through that section because it's such a slow section because now it's back up to over 20 seconds. But
And that actually hurt Luke Daniels more than it did Charles Baldwin. Baldwin only lost half a front wing. Luke Daniels lost his whole rear wing, and it is clearly wobbling. Jesse, you want to know how hard that, or how well that car is driving?
please tell me.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Is the official term for everybody wondering. Not good is the official term that is used when these cars are broken.
You
So
gotta,
now the
you gotta
challenge
have
for
that
Luke-
reference in once per road race.
Absolutely. Once per race, usually. And here comes Luke. I was wondering when the strategy changes. And here it is. He's coming down pit road. Obviously going to be early, but he's got to get that damage fixed. Not going to hold on.
Such a slow pit road speed when you're used to driving this front stretch so fast.
Yeah, I'm not going to... Obviously got some frustration in the frustration in the cockpit of that car right there, and not really. I mean, it's just hard racing. It was just a tiny tap. Lots of back and forth on the radio right now. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously the 18 apologetic, didn't mean to do it. 98 didn't really say anything, but Team TI really laying it on him on the radio as he comes down pit road here.
Well, while we have a minute, let's go back a lap and see, like, exactly how that Oops, that's not far enough. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Right here.
What's on board with the 18? Because, I mean, I don't know how far back he came from.
Cockpit view. And he just...
I mean, he's way...
Yeah, he drove it in way
tires.
too deep there.
I mean, he was in his rights to try to make that move. It was very late.
And look how far
Obviously.
ahead Luke Daniels was from the 18.
But at the same time, look how much more he let off earlier. The 18 was going to make that corner if the 98's not there. And that's kind of what I look for in a road situation like this, is the overtaking car who is responsible for making a clean pass. Would he, and Luke left it open, with that wide entrance right there, now that I see it again. He leaves it open by going on the right side of those rumple strips to try to get that wider arc.
And he
And
did kind of
18
touch the gravel there, and it got him a little squirrely, too.
Yeah, so I call that a racing incident. I don't know how race control is going to see it. I'm not a race control judge. But I look at that and I see a racing incident where a guy left the entry open more than it should have been. Now, if he doesn't do that, do they both crash? Yeah, probably. So, obviously the 18's job to hit the brakes there, especially knowing you're racing a guy for the championship, when you have no really interest in it other than your teammate associate in the 44. Robbie Oddy has a major stake in that. But if you watch the 18 next time he goes through that corner, I mean, he pushes way too hard through that corner on entry every single lap anyway. And I would have to think Luke, watching him from behind that many laps in a row, would have been able to see that and kind of expect that move maybe to some extent, but
Possibly.
But it's hard to tell when you're in these cars.
Wow, that
Yeah,
2-car Matt Telder is messed up. What happened to him?
I don't know. He was one of the ones that came on the radio and gave a little jab, a little poke, a little fun at the Luke Daniels. So, maybe a little Kevin Harvick karma coming at him. You see, he just gets wide, touches the grass, man. So easy to do.
Right out of the carousel.
In all seriousness, we like joking and having fun with Telder, but any driver could have done that right there. It destroyed his car, unfortunately. Was having a pretty decent run before that happened. Wasn't...
He was running fourth.
Was scored fourth, yeah. So having a really good run, and then just you overstep by 6 inches. You drop half a tire, and then your whole race is done.
Yep.
Here's Luke on fresh tires trying to get around another TI driver. Obviously, those TI drivers aren't going to make it easy for Luke trying to get by, or is that the 13?
That's the 83. Jacob Locklear.
Yeah, but who's in front of him? Who's the blue and white?
That is the 98, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the 98, obviously not going to have it easy trying to get by any of those TI drivers. But gets it done there. He's got 7 laps off strategy. Pit on lap 7. Obviously, we're on lap 10. As you see, Telder trying to limp it back to pit road. He's getting close. Unfortunately for the 44, he's going to be catching him before he gets to pit road in the last corner. And this is going to be interesting. Oh, he pulls off the track.
Yep. Going to stay out of his teammates, or not teammates' way.
Not teammate.
Yeah, definitely not teammates.
His rival's way.
Yeah.
So, and actually Matt Telder and Luke Daniels are on the same team, so kind of makes that even more funny when he was kind of poking fun at Luke there when he had his issue. So, as we've got the 18 diving on pit road as well. No, terrible lap to do
gosh.
that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, your team has to give you that information ahead of time. Now, obviously he could have made it another lap because Robbie's going another lap. No, Robbie's on pit road. I'm sorry. We were too busy watching the 2 and didn't even see the leader pit.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. The 18 was just trying to follow the leader.
Yeah, so Robbie's off pit road now. No speeding this time. This will be interesting where this puts Luke after all the pit stop cycle. Because if he gets a caution, I don't think he's...
74's on pit road as well.
Yeah, Luke looks like he's going to cycle out 6th. But that's before the 77 and 26 pit. So the 83 is on pit road now. 77 looks like he's going another lap. You're looking at Robbie Oddy, who's dominated this race. Obviously not going to get to lead every lap this race because of pit cycles. We will wait and see. Zach Hallen in the 74 at a 14-second stop, going to fix a little bit of damage. Again, an average stop in these cars is anywhere from 7.5 to 8.1.
And the field is pretty well spread out. The closest 2 cars together right now are the 14 of Drift and the 26 of Dan Marrera, and that's a lap car with Drift there. So these guys.
And Marrera's going to peel off right here and hit pit road. One of the only guys that hasn't made his stop, gets stuck behind a lap car, figures now's the best time.
Yeah. Aerodynamic disadvantage there with the lap car in front of him.
Yeah, so here goes Robbie, gonna come flying by your screen right here. There he goes. And it looks like the 13 of Austin Saar, also on pit road, had made his way through the field decently, past a couple of guys before this cycle of pit stops.
Up to 4th place, but that's before the cycle, obviously. Zachary Hallinan is having a really good run. Obviously, he's done a lot of practicing since this season started, because wasn't he one of those drivers that wasn't very good at road courses?
Yeah, he says he's not a road course guy, and even said that during our interview of the last race, that he's not a guy that's gonna run on a bunch of road courses and do stuff like that, but is happy to be here and learning and doing a great job. Obviously before the pit cycle here, he was running 5th or 6th, I want to say. Yeah, before the pit cycle. So gonna cycle up to
stays in
5th place after all of the pit stops are done. Once everybody else cycles, we've got Luke Daniels, Sam Fontaine. Both of those drivers are yet to pit. Well, Luke's already pit once, but that was not on strategy when he wanted. And Dan Marrera is still staying out right now, as Drift is off course, letting the 44 Robbie Oddy go by. Again, Drift is a a real life driver who drives a dirt car, so it's the name.
And he said it over our Discord channel that, you know, he's been missing a few races just because of his
I am so sorry.
IRL
Nope.
racing.
That is Joey
so-
Ladouceur. I get the J's mixed up. Joey Ladouceur
Oh.
is the dirt track guy. So
We keep doing that.
yes, I get them both backwards, and I shouldn't. Shouldn't do that. So that is my bad. I should know all these drivers and what they do post outside of the cars by this point. So
Yeah.
it's like back up front. No surprise, Robbie Oddy.
For
Looks
sure.
like he's got about 19 seconds over P2 last time by the line. So, and cycled back to the second place is Charles Baldwin. And then Dan Morera is in third place. He has made his pit stop.
And the 98 of Luke Daniels is catching him too.
So, yeah, Luke is basically back where he was before all that mayhem hit. Unfortunately, he's going to have to
stop
pit
one
in
more
a
time.
handful of laps. Yeah. He's going to have to stop in a handful of laps while all these other guys are... I don't know, Luke may be okay. If they're pitting every 10 laps, he's going to be able to make it to lap
Should be 18
or more, so 18 or 19. And then, yeah, I mean, everybody's going to have to stop one more time.
If they can
and
only
he's
go
gonna
10
have to
laps,
stop.
yeah.
You know, if that's the case, if they went as far as they can go the first time, you know, they'll all have to make one more pit stop, and Luke will have to save some fuel, but he can make it on one more stop. And that would put him back right there behind Morera in fourth place if he's able to save that fuel. And if our calculations are right, and if they can run 10 laps. So
That's
a lot of ifs. But if it can happen, and you know, it is possible, but that would definitely help his points. As we've got Telder, who just disconnected from the race, so he has hung his helmet up for the night.
Just like Coy Haslai and maybe
Scott
Scott Wise. He's still on pit road. He might be just trying to repair the car and get back out there, but hasn't made very many laps, that 31.
Yeah, and something else that I'm glad you said, trying to repair the car. So Zach Hallinan had that 13-second pit stop. Could have just been a wing issue. You know, I didn't think about it until Luke Daniels told us a couple races ago that we streamed with him that these cars, since IndyCar is able to replace the front and rear wing of the car, it actually does not take a fast repair. Or the front wing, I'm sorry, not the rear wing. He said the front wing. Since they're able to repair that in the real life in pit road, they are able to replace that in the car in the sim as long as there's no suspension damage or anything. So that was something that Zach may have had to do or been able to do while he was on pit road during that last pit cycle when he had that almost 14-second pit stop. As we are now halfway through the race, Robbie Oddy crosses the line, bringing it down to turn 1. And Coy just now getting onto the front stretch as we're on board with Zach Hallinan. Running in P8 here, trying to chase down Joey Ladouceur. And you see the gap there.
Yeah.
Just about a second or so between those two drivers.
Hallinan is actually doing a really good job here. He's catching Ladouceur here.
Yeah, he
About
is.
almost a second and a half faster than Ladouceur.
Yeah, but what do you do when you get there? Can you make the pass? Because that is going to be the difficult part. As that dirty air we've talked about all season long, that dirty air impacts your car so greatly in these Indy cars. And there's just not a lot you can do to break that. There's some tools you have available, but the best way to get rid of that is just to make the pass, which is hard to do.
For sure. Definitely difficult.
Yeah, and that lap, their lap times.
Oh!
Oh, that's what he needed right there.
Oh
Oh, and he
no,
gets
Hallinan! Just
Doesn't
got
hit anything.
excited. Just got really excited when he saw the lockup and wanted to take advantage of it, and he overstepped the boundaries of the car.
Which
Tough
we've
to
said
see.
so easy to do.
For
Yeah,
sure.
tough break, but he didn't lose any positions. That is the good thing there. Obviously not going to be in contention to make that pass on Lotta Sur, but he is faster. So maybe he's able to catch back up. But he has quite the gap to make up now. Looks like Luke Daniels has caught a lapped car and is having trouble getting around him. Is he going to peel off? Not yet. Who is that that's in front of him there? Looks like that's going to be the 14. Yeah, with those pink wheels, stands out. Drift's going to pull over and let him go here, it looks like.
Yep. Doesn't want to get in the way of the leaders, which is really nice. It's really good
very
to see.
respectful. Yeah, good to see that from drivers who are fast but aren't having the nights they hoped for or wanted. So it'll be interesting how this plays out because Luke has a strategy here and a number that he is clearly trying to hit. As we got the 77 on pit road. Trying to see what number he's at. He's at lap 12. So he should, Luke should be able to make it here, and even 7-7 to Sam Fontaine, he's going to be able to make it here to the end as well with 12 to go and just ran 12 laps.
Just split this last run in half.
Yeah, which is good because that was his fuel window anyway, I believe, as he's going to come back out right in front of Robbie Oddy. Going to do his best to try to hang in front of him. All of the leaders, Robbie Oddy, Charles Baldwin, Dan Marrera. Dan might go an extra lap, but you should see your leaders on pit road with 5 to go, coming to 5 to go at least. So got about another 5-6 laps before we'll see our leaders. Luke Daniels you'll see on pit road in 2 to 3 laps. And he has gotten around Drift, as you guys saw, so clean road in front of him, trying to track down Dan Marrera. Looks like the 77, he was up there, so lost. Hard to tell just by the numbers because they keep changing, but lost maybe a minute on pit road. Somewhere around a minute. Coming down pit road, getting 4-tire change, and getting back out. So Luke is going to cycle to about 7th place during this pit stop when he makes it, if there are no mistakes. So that should be, if you look at your track map, he should come out. Okay, well, I just lost my reference car. Where's the 77? Okay, he's blue there. So he should come out between the 83 of Locklear and the 77 of Sam Fontaine, somewhere in that area. So still going to be on the lead lap. As we're watching Robbie Oddy make some flying laps. This guy is just unbelievable. Still 2 seconds faster than the next fastest guy, Charles Baldwin. Unbelievable the kind of laps this guy's putting down as you're looking at the 18 here. Somebody else has been off in that sand trap. We saw a lot of drivers pushing hard through there. Now we're on board with the 83 of Locklear. Right behind him is the lap car of Drift. Those pink wheels makes it easy to stand out. I may have to request everybody paint their wheels a different color, and I can just call them by colors. And then we got Sam Fontaine, who elected to go back onto the red tires.
He wants to have that early run speed.
Yeah, and that Extreme Sim Racer machine. Currently running 9th position.
I wonder what the fuel strategy is going to be here, because Charles Baldwin is running faster lap times here as of late than Robbie Oddy. Robbie Oddy has used up his tires, ran a 149.4 compared to Charles Baldwin's 147.5.
I would say he probably got off track because the lap before that was a 146. So I would say that he probably just had a mistake in a corner.
Maybe cooked one of the corners
hard
a
as
little hard.
as hard as that sentence is to say. But he is human, so I'm sure he got into a corner just a little hard or something. Maybe got off track just a little bit, but as you see on the screen, no harm, no foul, no damage. And you should see the 98 coming to pit road either this lap or next lap. So it is going to be critical for him to get out in front of that 83 of Jacob Locklear to have clean track if he has any shot at the 26 and the 18. Because at this point, there's no catching the 44 of Robbie Oddy unless there's a caution or something major happens.
Yeah, 98 really needs to finish second if he wants to maintain his, or if he wants to have any shot at the championship anymore. Because Oddy's obviously going to take over. Did he take over the points lead in the last race? I didn't check.
He did not. No, he did not.
Well,
I don't know what the points difference is, but it's not 1 point. The
Daniels is on pit road, as well as Sar.
Yeah, those guys' teammates are going to try to help each other. So my calculations before he pits going to put him right in the mix of that 83 and 77. You know, we said they're on pit road for about 60 seconds or so, and they should be way clear of what I was projecting.
Yeah,
well, they'll probably come out around the 74.
Ahead of the 23.
I would hope so. So I was looking at from before the guy pit earlier, so that was not quite a minute. We'll see what it is as he exits pit road. It's about 40 seconds.
Yep, and he's definitely ahead of the 23. The 13 is behind the 23, as that's actually a pretty good battle right there.
And Luke comes out on the red tires.
That's very interesting, but there is less than 10 to go, so...
Yeah, less than 10 to go. Going to try to make that push and try to lead the 26 at least. You know, Luke's a minute 10 back now. And he was 39.
Oh,
so we'll watch the gap for Morera and Luke Daniels.
There's Dan Morera right there on the screen.
Yeah, gonna cross the line this time. I'd expect to see your leaders in the next lap or two. It's gonna be any time here. It's like the 44 is slow out of that corner. Let's hop on and see. May just be taking it easy here.
He might be. I mean,
no reason to push.
Definitely the fastest car on the track that time by. So, I mean, this guy is a phenomenal road course racer. Absolutely incredible what he's been doing. And what's crazy is he's only got an I rating of 1917.
Well, he probably doesn't do a lot of official racing.
I mean, that's my excuse. I definitely don't do a lot of official racing.
Yeah, and he's even a C license, so I would say he definitely doesn't do a lot of official races. You know, if he did, he could definitely be one of those path road to pro. If that was something he was interested in, maybe doing road to pro.
Here he comes.
And something else. But, you know, as of right now, yeah, here he is on pit road. You see it on your screen for his final stop. Be interesting to see if the 18 follows him when he gets there. Of course, Oddy's going to be nearly off pit road by the time the 18 gets to the entrance. Morera, I would expect to stay out. He's got a lap, as he does.
Yep, 18 is in. 26 is also in pit road.
Okay. He made a little more speed onto pit road than the 18. Closed that gap by quite a bit.
Definitely. Morera only had 9 laps on his tires, but that's more than what there is left to go. So he's just trying to keep it even with the 2 leaders in front of him. Let's see where Luke Daniels ends up post Morera pit stop, as Daniels is coming off the last turn.
I think they're still going to get ahead of him, but he may have closed the gap just a little bit. But these guys are going to come out on fresh reds, and obviously not going to make it. But he did his best effort. He did all he could. He put the red tires on. He tried to get the gap there, but just not going to be enough at this stage. Looks like he's going to be... Well, all the numbers haven't reset yet because it's showing Dan Morera 35 and Luke Daniels 31 behind, so obviously that's not right.
That is
but
definitely very interesting.
I don't know what sim racing apps does sometimes when I try to reference it, but so we got the 23 and 14 on pit road this time, 83 of Locklear coming down pit road as well. So to catch everybody up, we got Robbie Oddy in the 44, 18 of Charles Baldwin in second. And then the 26 of Dan Morera running in third. And then right behind them, your points leader coming into the race, Luke Daniels. And then right behind him in 5th position is the 13 of Austin Saar, his teammate, making a fantastic comeback from having to do a drive-through penalty at the beginning of this race. He has kept it clean. He is in P5. I think if somebody asked Austin at the beginning of the race if he had a top 5 finish at the end of this race after serving a green flag drive-through penalty, I think he'd probably take that.
Or he'd call you insane. One or the other.
Or he'd call you insane. Yeah, I'd say he'd probably just take it. And not only is he in top 5, look at the gap he has behind him. Of course, every single driver behind him has at some point had an issue. Whether it's just off track a little bit or off track a lot or into the fence. A lot of these drivers had to use a fast repair, so he's been able to keep it clean, and even at one point came into the pits with his teammate, the 98. So he clearly has speed. Luke Daniels, okay, it says he's the fastest car on the track.
As well.
Yeah, so Luke Daniels actually just ran a 46.6 to Austin Saar's 47.5. So Luke's still putting up pretty good laps. That was comparable to our leaders before they pit. They have not come around on a flying lap yet, but you know their laps are still showing when they
pitted.
Yep. So we got a.
So that was Robbie Oddy's out lap was a 2:11.521.
Yes.
Which was faster than either of the other 2 that pitted with him. And here he comes for his hot lap after the pit stop. Let's see what the time is. That is a 1:44.76.
It's just laughable.
Absolutely insane.
I mean, what can you do with a guy that runs 2 seconds faster than you? You almost have to just shake your head. Yeah.
Like, you hope he makes a critical mistake that completely destroys his race, which he's done before. We look back at the Chicago street race where, you know, he put it nose first into the wall and then wrecked with Sam Fontaine afterwards. The guy
guy's just fast.
does
He's
do
just
that.
fast, yeah.
But when he knows the racetrack, man, he's mistake free.
Yeah, I mean he's really fast. He does get over anxious sometimes, like a lead of. I'm trying to look at the last time they went by here, what the lead actually was. He was 27 seconds ahead, second place. Sometimes you just have to back down and not try to push as hard, but at the same time, that's when you can also make mistakes because you're not getting into that rhythm that you've been doing for, you know, the entire race. All
Yeah,
23 laps.
I think Robbie Oddy at this point, he's just hitting his marks and still obviously going faster than anybody else, but he's doing what he's done for the entire race, and he's being consistent about it, and nobody's gonna stop him at this point. Just 3 laps to go here.
Yep, 3 laps to go, and he is just... No, 4 laps to go. Why'd you say 3?
Oh, well, because
Sorry. I was going off your lead, man.
well, okay. To be fair, I think I might be a little behind.
Oh, okay. It looks up to... Well, get it fixed, bud.
Well, I did. It's
Okay.
it's better.
All right, so here we are. 4 to go. Robbie Oddy, a 27, 28, 29 second lead. Utter dominance. Not much else can be said. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the vocabulary to express my appreciation for what he's been doing. I mean, he's showed everybody here how to road race week in and week out. And here he's coming around the bend one more time.
He and I really
Carousel.
wish that Caitlin, what was her
Yeah.
last name? Caitlin
Okay.
Height.
Yeah, Caitlin Height.
I wish she was in here because she could. I believe she could have put Robbie Oddy, given him a run for his money. But man, this guy is fast.
Yeah, here he's coming through the final corner, turn 14. He's gonna get the 3 to go signal.
So now it's 3 to go. Not the last one.
Yeah. And we got the 18 getting ready to go through Canada corner with the 26 behind him. About a 4-second gap, it looks like. And about a 7, 8, 9-second gap to Luke Daniels.
Something close to that.
And here's the 26, a Dan Marrera on your screen. Coming up to 3 to go. He's trying to chase down the 18 of Charles Baldwin. Another driver, Charles Baldwin, who's made some mistakes when he's been on his own, trying to push a little too hard at the end of a race. So Dan has a shot there. If that happens again, he's in striking distance if he gets a tire off or if he misses a corner.
Of course, if he does manage to pass Charles Baldwin, he might want to watch out for the possible overdriving into the turn and doing what Charles Baldwin did to Luke Daniels earlier in this race.
Yeah, sure.
Of course, as teammates, that's less likely to happen.
Well, and mistakes happen. I mean, drivers, just like we have mistakes in the broadcast booth, drivers make mistakes behind the wheel.
Ain't that the truth? Oh my
You
gosh.
learn from them and you move on. So, obviously it's easy to critique not in the car. We don't know exactly what happened in that corner with he and Luke Daniels, but that driver's put it behind him. Sure, the 26 isn't thinking about that now if that were to happen, but he's going to have some help if he's even going to think about a pass. Dan Marrera probably content here just to ride out a podium finish with now 2 laps to go as Oddy has crossed the line. So he's going to make his way through turn 3 one more time, or 2 more times.
And this battle for second, which I can't quite call a battle because they're not really very close, but second place is almost a half a look at your track map. They are almost a half a track behind Robbie Oddy in first. That's just how fast Robbie has been.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. We've talked about it all race long. But there is a battle brewing on the track with the 23 and the 74 right in front of the leader. These guys are the closest battle on track, whether for position or not.
It is actually for position, 7th place.
Yeah, and so no, it's for 7th place. Sorry, I was looking at Sam's. Hallinan trying to catch down. Hallinan trying to catch the 23 of Lotta Sir. 23's done a great job. Didn't think he was going to be able to make it tonight, but has been able to make it. Got his car ready to go to race this weekend at IRP, and is here in the sim, making some laps and having fun. As Robbie Oddy's getting ready to go into turn 14 right behind him. And he's going to be coming up the front stretch to grab the white flag as the flagman has it in his hand. Robbie Oddy crests the hill and can see the white flag. One more lap to go for Robbie Oddy with a commanding 30-second lead over second place Charles Baldwin. He hits the rumple strips in turn 1. Now he goes into turn 3. He's going to grab him a little bit there. He exits, stays off of him on exit, and he's going down to the Moraine Sweep here at 3A. Turn 4 here. Hard on the brakes into turn 5. You see a little puff of smoke there, nothing major. Goes up the hill under the Corvette Bridge. Turns left under turn 6. Catches those rumple strips like he's been doing all race. The man's pushing as hard this lap as he was the lap before and the first lap of the race, as he's now going through the carousel here as you're easy on the throttle, and he's going to clear that easily. He's still pushing hard. Ran a 46.8 the last time as he's full throttle through the kink. Coming down towards Canada Corner. And he's going to have 2 more corners after this one before he's able to claim the checkered flag. And after the last race, if he makes it back, this will be his 5th win of the season. 4th win, I'm sorry. And he has made it. Flagman has the checkered flag. Robbie Oddy crests the hill. He can see it in the flagman's hand. Robbie Oddy wins at Road America for his 4th win of the Captain Open Wheel Series.
Absolutely impressive what he just did tonight.
Yeah, and we've got the 18 and 26 still battling for that 2nd position. So let's hop back and watch that battle. You can see the 18, you can see the gap. There's not much of a challenge there as the 18 comes off the final quarter. And he can now see the flagman with the checkered flag in his hand. And he's going to cross the line and hold on to that P2. Dan Marrera, P3. Great run for him. And Luke Daniels, after having a major issue with the rear wing, going to cross the line in P4. He lost points to Robbie Oddy, but didn't lose as much as he could have. And the 13 of Austin Sarr crosses in 5th. Sam Fontaine is your next driver, and he's on the backstretch, getting ready to go through Canada Corner. No pressure for him at all. Let's hop on board with the 23 and the 14 battling here on the final lap. Look at these guys go. The 74
really wants
tried
that
to make it
7th
around.
spot. As the 23,
He does. He's worked hard. He's going to have a run. He's going to have a shot into the final corner. Here they go, turn 14. He's going to have a wider arc. And he's going to have the toe, but is it going to be enough? He's on the push to pass. It's not going to be enough.
Just barely
he
behind.
Needed another 100 feet, baby. What a race. I mean, phenomenal driving from all these drivers. Zach Hallinan trying to get there, just unable to do it.
That was a fun race to watch right there. Those
Absolutely.
two had been going at it for a few
on with
laps.
the 70 or with the 44 real quick. They're doing a 3-wide parade here for 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. There's your 1, 2, 3 finishers. That's a good sight right there. These guys all respecting each other on the cool down lap.
Thank you guys for these images.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get your winner up here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Robbie Oddy in the house, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, you're kind of far away. Can you get that mic a little closer?
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right.
We
Well,
got
man,
you
you
now.
did what you. Yeah, you did what you wanted to, man. You led almost every lap. You led every lap besides the pit cycles. You had a 30-second lead at the end there. You pushed every lap, and you barely made a wheel wrong. I think you may have got off once or twice, but tell us about your race. Was it as uneventful as it looked from up here?
Very uneventful. Like I said, just a little bit worried about the start, and after that, it was smooth sailing. I was, the run down into turn 1 went well for me, and down into turn 3. So after that, I just knew if I could hit my marks, I think I had the speed to win. So teammates did a great job too, man.
Yeah, TI
absolutely.
Racing top 3.
Yep.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 on the podium right there. Obviously you got the 18 Charles Baldwin, associate with TI in their feeder series, so he did a great job, man. Did you run the red tires the entire race? Did you get a stint on the blacks? Tell us about the red versus black debate there throughout the race.
Yeah, so I started on the Reds because everyone qualified on the Reds mostly, except I think XSR. So after that, just had to hit my marks, and I went on the blacks in the second run. Didn't like him as much. So I went back to the Reds, but it was just an endurance type of race, and with it being half distance than what it should have been, you really had to minimize some mistakes because you have half the amount of time to recover. So.
Absolutely, man. Well, you did awesome. You kept it on the track. You dominated the race here tonight. You made up for that speeding penalty at Milwaukee. I'm sure you were kicking yourself for that. You take the points lead tonight, man. It's been kind of a little bit of writing on the wall. It's going to happen. You do it here tonight with this win. Tell us what that feels like.
Feels good. Feels good. We still got 2 races to go, and Luke's a tough competitor, man. I mean, I gotta put Dan and Charles on my Christmas card list because getting second and third really helps me in this championship hunt. But it's gonna be tough, Red Bull Ring. I feel like I gotta capitalize on that because anything can happen in Indianapolis.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations on the win. You got anybody you want to thank?
Just gotta thank my great teammates, both Chris's, Chris Lewis, and the other Chris who owns the league. Just that's about it. Thanks, TI Racing. Thank you.
Absolutely, Robbie. Well, we appreciate it. Congratulations, and good luck at the Red Bull Ring.
Thanks.
All right, there's your first place finisher, Robbie Oddy. Let's get the rest of Team TI in here. Oops, I think I just put him in the wrong. I sure did. All right, let's get second place, Charles Baldwin, buddy. Congratulations on
Thank you.
P2, man.
Thank you.
You had a great race. Didn't really. I mean, you locked it up a couple times. Had that incident with the 98 there, getting into turn 5. But really, other than that, you kept it clean. You stayed out P2 most of the race. Tell us about your night, man. A couple of those crazy events there early.
Yeah, it's just another race, really. The incident with Luke was completely unintentional. And I locked up a lot more than I wanted to. More mistakes than I wanted to. And yeah, it was just really hard to keep up with Robbie. He was fast. And Dan and Luke and Austin, they were all coming from behind. They were fast. It's a hard race.
Yeah, you definitely drove hard, and you did a great job. We didn't think anything about the incident with Luke. It looked like you were just trying to go for that position. He left that bottom open by swinging right wide on turn 5. If he wouldn't have done that, would that incident have happened? Would you have still been able to get in as hard as you did?
I don't think so. Again, I just saw the spot. I tried to go for it. He also went farther to the right than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started to turn in once I was there. Just a little bit of contact, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. A racing incident from what we saw up here in the booth as well. So
Yeah.
No harm, no foul on your car. You made it to the end with no damage there, so great run for TI, and you're doing good here in your your sixth start here. Making your way up the leaderboard on points anyway.
Yep.
So we're in P15 coming in tonight before the doubleheader. So we'll see where you shake out before next week.
Yeah, we will. Dan
All right,
Ryder's not going to do the broadcast. He said goodbye, and he wants to sleep. So.
All right, that's understandable. So, got anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Just everybody at TI. They're great with pit strategy and communications. They're just amazing.
All right, 10-4, buddy. Well, congratulations on P2, and we'll see you next week at Red Bull.
Yep. See ya.
See ya. All right, and you. Who's that? Joey Lotta, sir. Okay. Looks like Zach has left for the night. Oh nope, here he is. He's watching a replay, but we'll mess that up. Yeah, we'll get Zach Allen in here. We don't care if he's watching a replay or not with his teammate there. Zach, man, you had a eventful night. You had that spin early. You had an awesome battle with your teammate Joey there. Or I'm sorry, I keep getting Joey and Jacob mixed up. You had an awesome battle with Joey coming down to the end there, bud. Tell us what happened at the end. Do you think you were gonna get him?
I was hoping so. I had a spin early, another kind of spin slide early on when I was catching up to Joey earlier, and I think if I didn't do that, I think it was off turn 3, got a little sideways, and it killed me catching up to him. So I think if I didn't do that, I could have probably definitely got by him. But it was a fun battle at the end there with him. I didn't know if I was gonna have enough of a run, and I gave him a little space on Canada corner because I could have gotten too wide there, but it's not a safe corner to try and go too wide in just about anything that's over 1.5 feet wide.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, yeah, we happened to be on board with you when you were trying to make that move the first time, because that was the only move or the only two cars that were close to each other. So we actually caught that on camera. So I apologize for that for you. But man, it was awesome watching you catch back up to him. You drove back up there. You obviously had the speed. Now, when you first kind of went off track there, when you were first behind him, did you see that tire lock up and just get a little excited? Or what happened there?
Might have contributed a little bit there. I definitely got in the gas too hard, one way or another. Just got in the gas about the time I saw the smoke from it, and by then it was too late anyway. I was trying to maximize the exit there to try and get alongside him for the brake zone. But yeah, definitely lit up the tires there.
For sure. Well, man, we just wanted to get you in here and chat about your race a little bit, because you had a quite eventful race, and you had the best comeback there at the end.
Best battle on the track, and
yeah,
at the end.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
Joey's not a fan of coming up here, so we just wanted to be respectful of that and get you in here and see what you had to say.
Yeah. I typically have a quite eventful race at Road America, regardless of what the car is.
For sure. So what kind of cars do you normally race?
I primarily actually run like the NASCAR stock car style stuff.
Mhm.
So this is actually my first league/season in an Indy car in pretty much any open wheel. So I'm basically a rookie in these cars.
Yeah, I hear that. We get that a lot. A lot of people from the NASCAR world giving IndyCar a shot. I know a couple other drivers that are doing the same thing in this league. So, well, but you did a great job at Milwaukee getting that podium finish. Come back here for 8th place finish. Congratulations on that. And you gonna get any practice in for the Red Bull Ring?
Oh, definitely. I have very few laps there that isn't on the F1 game.
Very good. Well, at least you got some laps there. I've never even seen the track, so other than an F1 race. So I'll have to get out there and maybe turn some practice laps with you guys and see what we can do. But congratulations, bud. Well, you got anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
I want to thank Chris Gala for putting on this league. It's not easy running a league, just from experience running one on Forza. So it's a lot of effort, and it's even more with iRacing compared to Forza. So I want to thank him for putting on the leagues that he does.
Absolutely, he does a great job, and we're thankful for what he does here and all the effort and time he puts into it. So, well said. Couldn't say it better myself, and just wanted to echo that while we had the chance. So, we'll let you get out of here. I know it's kind of late, and probably got to get up to a real job in the morning because we can't live on the sim every day, unfortunately.
I wish I could.
10-4, Zach. Well, you have a good night.
You guys too.
All right, so we have talked to all the drivers. Alan, do you want to start putting a bow on this race for us?
Definitely. This racetrack made for a lot of great racing, especially there at the end for 7th place, Ladasur and Hallinan. Really fun race to watch. Oh, excuse me. I apologize for that. Luke Daniels losing the points lead here. It's going to be really, really intriguing to watch as we go into the last 2 races of the season. Who is going to come out on top? How far did Luke Daniels fall off of Robbie Oddy with his 4th place finish today? It's all a lot of questions, and we've got to get the answers over the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, we're going to wrap it up from here, and we're going to head to the Red Bull Ring in Europe next week. So we will see you guys all next week at the Red Bull Ring, and as Alan said, Robbie Oddy, your new points leader, going to overtake Luke Daniels. It's not going to be a big gap. Luke can come back from this in the next 2 races. It's just going to take some time and some patience, which he has shown he has. Can Robbie Oddy finish the season without a mistake? Can Austin Saar throw his hat in the name in the last couple weeks? You have to tune in to find out on the Electronic Motor Racing Network.